Necro Ancients. Shout out to Leaf Eater.
That's my jam right there. Yeah, I think or like there was the Medusa ones too, where it's just like Medusa jungling ancients. Like there's all those little things where it's like if you just learn this early going, you get through the laning stage. And for me, that's always my worst part of the laning stage. But regardless, we do have this game. We should probably refocus again. I mean, who wants to talk about Pro Dota? Let's talk about garbage tier pub stuff.
Dude, this is all cookie cutter. Everyone knows Rubik's or nothing interesting is happening there.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Rubik's making a bit of a comeback, isn't he? I need to change over the stream title real quick again, so you can talk about all these cookie cutter things. Have fun.
Sure. Rubik is making a slight resurgence after kind of falling off with being a pretty much almost guaranteed first phase pick for a lot of European teams. But I continuously see that his shortcoming is that his lane prowess is not very strong. And another hero that is, I guess, making a resurgence as of the past 3 hours is Wind Ranger, as KYXY just played this hero, and now I'm guessing it's a 4 position, but I'm not 100% sure. I again, like every single time I see Centaur, I never see Centaur anything other than 3. So I'm guessing 4 Wind Ranger, but it could be a carry Wind Ranger.
Yeah, and then they take a Drow for Boom. So a very different looking draft than I feel like we've seen a lot of these other not qualifiers, but I guess this whole event, since it's just an event that we're looking at now. Wind Ranger taken. I guess that like what was it that made Wind Ranger drop off the deep end? It was mainly just the purge, right? Like the fact that you could purge Wind Run. Was there anything else really that like made her go away? Just changes in the meta as a whole, probably. But she still seems like she does what she's always done, you know?
Yeah, I think it's the same reason why we were kind of struggling to figure out why Earth Spirit fell off. It seems to be trends having a significant impact. Although I will say Wind Ranger benefits from a lot of neutral items, whereas I was saying that Earth Spirit kind of fell off because he doesn't benefit from too many neutral items, and a lot of neutral items work well against him. Wind Ranger stands to gain from a lot of them. There's like Mimi stuff you can do with Ironwood Tree to plant trees and shackle people to it. Pretty much all like the Grove Bow and the Enchanted Quiver are amazing on her. Nether Shawl is also pretty good if you want to go for a Maelstrom on her. There's the Spider Legs are really good on her, so she benefits significantly. I don't know why she fell off personally. I think it's mainly just trends, because I think she's good, even though the last game that we saw her, she lost.
Right.
But I think she fulfills most of the roles that you need right now, aside from initiation. Her initiation is kind of a little bit weak, but aside from that, like she's good at clearing waves with Power Shot. She provides the stun. She's difficult to kill, and she deals pretty good damage. So she ticks a lot of boxes.
Is Javelin cheaper than it used to be also, I think? Isn't it?
Yeah, but it got nerfed also.
Okay,
so it went both ways. But even though that nerf was more targeted to like Pango and stuff like that, Wind Ranger kind of was an unintended victim of it. Also, Diffusal Blade got nerfed, although that wasn't a very popular build on her.
Well, you know what's cooking. Boom! Shout out to the lovely man Duno himself, the myth, the legend, this SCA caster. We get ABBA. Yeah, is that what you were about to talk about there?
That is what I was about to talk about, yeah. A lot of heroes that we were not seeing earlier. Abaddon.
This is like there is Legion
the version. Yeah, exactly. They need a purge, and Legion got banned, and so I guess they thought that Abaddon is useful enough. He's not really going to have a particularly good lane. Okay, now it's not that bad of a lane. They pick a melee core into Abaddon, so what's it going to be? 4 position Ember or 4 position Wind Ranger? Damn.
Yeah, that's a 4 position Wind Ranger. You wanted to see the Ember more, is what you're telling me right now with that.
No, I just wanted to see what the coin flip in your head was gonna land on. I was suspecting 4 position Wind Ranger.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, I was just sort of trying to bring up the betting odds, which have changed a little bit into the favor of Boom. After
what were they? I don't even know what they were originally. What were the?
It's about a 0.2 change is roughly what we're saying into the favor of Boom. They were already ahead, so now they're a little bit more ahead. Basically.
Right, but what are the actual figures?
Let me just bring them up again. It is 1.41 to 2.76.
In favor of Boom?
Yes.
Wow, that's a much wider gap than I was anticipating.
I think
I guess they're really valuing that TNC victory as opposed to the CR victory.
right, and I think that that's a fair assessment to make. I think the only thing about it that's a little bit weird is, man, I'm just looking at this Makoto set. It's super creepy looking. Look at that TA. Let me just
Yeah, I always hate the harem pants, the hammer pants, or whatever you want to call that. I never like that TA cosmetic. Although, look at her waist. Like, where are her organs? She's so skinny.
Zoom in a little bit on this. Do you see how creepy this TA is? Oh god! All right, I've messed things up now. Oh no, it's all falling apart.
No, you're kind of in the same spot still right now.
Well, kind of.
No, you're not.
There we go. All right, now we're good. How are you
we
able
can go
to know?
into we can go into showcase. I guessed. I guess that you must have widened the display on your OBS. All right,
Yes.
let's see what the showcase view.
I widened it on OBS, but I also cut out a section of it. Yeah, it's really weird. The like little eye thing creeps me out. I don't know, but a lot of good stats from Makoto. Holy Toledo.
True.
So game number 1, ladies and gentlemen, it is T1 facing off against Boom Esports. Both of these teams wanting to get a win. The bottom half of the bracket, anybody not Fnatic or Adroit right now, and maybe you could also start putting TNC into that bracket after they've started to show up, since they haven't had to play with stand-ins, are pretty much all battling it out for the 4th spot to go through in the upper bracket. I would say that there is one spot that's pretty open. The rest of them feel like they're all taken for, and then anybody else that wants to, go all the way through the event would have to be able to go in through the lower side of the bracket. So one of these teams could definitely be that one.
And based off the drafts, I actually don't really have a strong favorite. These seem like very, very capable drafts. I don't see any like strong counters one way or the other. I see paths to victory for T1 by just getting this Spectre a lot of farm, which an Ember Spirit can definitely do. And for Boom, you just push really, really fast with a TA Deso into Drow Ranger being Drow Ranger and Curse of Avernus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in a way, the ABBA sort of fits the mold of what this draft wanted to do anyways.
Yeah. Oh, okay, no, I'm seeing now what you did with your OBS. Okay, this is hype. You didn't get any time with it.
It went away so quickly. That was really close.
It went away so quickly. But I was right. You did still kind of have it, and then you recovered it.
A little bit. We got it back. It was okay. Now chat's freaking out. Which is fine. So yeah, the lane down bottom here, Forev and Yokum going up against Dreamlessell and Kezcute. I mean, you've got a lot of right-click damage onto this Centaur, but it does feel like if Dreamlessell ever gets caught out of position, she's just going to die on the Drow.
Dude, I just watched Makoto get completely wrecked on this first wave.
Really?
He got his range creep denied, he's got a melee creep denied, he got rooted and tanked a bunch of creep aggro. Rough start.
Yeah. Does he have a salve that's being brought out to him right now? Because In Your Dream has a whole salve above him, so probably want to try and play a little bit more aggressive if he can early on here. We'll see if he decides to do it or not.
Nope. He's only sending out a Wraithbound. What a player.
Okay. So yeah, a lot more regen than in this lane for In Your Dream. He can play even more aggressive if he wanted to over the next couple of minutes here. As he does again get that range creep denied.
Dude, yeah, wow. This is adding up. That's two range creep denies, and yeah, he's 7-3 versus 4-1, and he's rooting.
In some trouble, Makoto. He might get dove under tower. He's got this healing salve to go through. Makoto turns now, tries to break the salve, and is still dropping low fairy fire. In Your Dream living.
Die.
Yeah, and he does die to it. Yeah, so dive there for the kill.
Middle tower is under attack.
Wow. Okay, that's a great start for In Your Dream, definitely. It's not as like, so some mid lane matchups it's like catastrophic if you lose the first blood like that, as well as going into the wave, as Paulson does die. But in this situation it's not as dramatic. Templar Assassin eventually does come back just by virtue of being able to farm the jungle and being a ranged hero. But definitely being able to get more points in Flame Guard makes it difficult for Makoto to feel safe, even with Refraction.
Yeah, you see there, Kezcute almost going down on the bottom side. We've talked about how quickly it can turn south. Was able to back through, and the Cold Feet procced on the Centaur, so he gets away. Yeah, not a great time. Not a great start for Makoto, and I guess that there's still going to be the potential for built-up stacks with Hyde running out and doing that, but it feels like he wants to stay in lane a little bit more often to make sure FBZ doesn't get completely shut out here. Or at least they can apply some extra damage onto Miracle.
Yeah, I think it's more in your interest to kind of slow down this Spectre, because unlike in Alchemist drafts, Spectre kind of does struggle to keep up because she does not have an inherent farming steroid.
Right.
The Soul Ring and getting the Spectral Dagger cooldown talent at 15 does help significantly, but until then, you're still just kind of limited in how quickly you can farm just by how much farm you actually have. So you need those initial items to really start accelerating.
Yeah, that 15's a long ways away, definitely.
Yeah.
Although Miracle does already have the Soul Ring, so can spamming out the dagger a little bit here and there. Still just a relatively long cooldown. And right now, in your dream, definitely getting the better end of the stick with TA. Currently level 4 and almost at 5, and it's about 3/4 of a level ahead. So we'll see if he can make a move. Probably around the time that Ember gets 6 is going to be what you watch for.
Yeah, or if he gets a fortuitous 4-minute rune, which Makoto's camping bot, and it's going to be an invis up top.
So yeah, Paulison makes the move over there to try and secure the rune for him. Does manage to get it there, which means that Miracle is again left alone up top. And Spectre getting a lot of the CS, but every time that this Coddle leaves the lane, it feels like you're just sort of, left on an island as the Spectre. Can't really do all that much.
Yeah, which is why, I was kind of surprised that they opted for this lane. Phantom Lancer was first phase banned out. Most of the traditional Coddle pairings were banned out, but I guess they still wanted to go late game. Miracle, obviously known to be one of the more farm-heavy carries in this region by far. It's in his wheelhouse for sure, but Coddle is not going to be able to help him out very much. It's more geared towards the Ember Spirit, like you and I said whenever they first phased this combo.
That should help.
Absolutely. I mean, getting a lower cooldown on the dagger is nice, as you mentioned, for the farming speed later on. But right now, it is going to be a couple bounty runes traded off. Looks like T1 are just going to sit on this one up here.
Oh, Miracle.
Leave it if they need to.
He has to TP like 6 inches.
Uh-oh. Well, he gets out, although he does just have that one tango left. So might need to get a little bit of salve action from the Coddle here in a little bit as he runs into Hyde. Hyde trading a couple hits. They get the blinding light pushback. Wasn't able to get into range of the tier 1 tower, though. As in your dream, laughing about the Invisirone. Level 6 right now.
He spent the scan on one of the hard camps. So I think he was trying to guess if Makoto was farming a camp, and he was going to pursue him with that Invis but he just pops into the mid lane instead.
Got it. All right. Yeah, very slow and steady start to this one. Not a whole lot to write home about yet. As Koto's just going to clear through these waves. Feel like he kind of got away with, not too much trouble in the laning phase after that initial death. And now they're in a pretty decent position if I'm Boom, to be honest.
Well, In Your Dream is rotating, but he didn't try to make it very subtle. He just kind of walked all the way down here. May not matter though, because Dream is still the Drow Ranger.
Well, that was super duper easy, and now Hyde is maybe in trouble as well. In Your Dream, does he get Cold Feet product? Not going to happen. So they take another kill, and now Kezcute's also dead. Like, okay, I guess that's just what happens.
That's a rotation, my friend. That's a mid lane rotation at its finest. In Your Dream, he didn't even. I think that only cost him like 1 remnant charge.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it detonated his mid remnant, which is you can't do anything about that. But Paulson takes it over, and so he's getting mid lane experience. Spectre's in a 1v1 situation because the Rubik ended up TPing bot. He died. Rubik was Rubik already there, or was AA already there? AA was already there. Yeah, so Rubik TP'd down there. He dies. AA dies. Drow Ranger dies, and In Your Dream is still down here. Oh man, he's gonna kill Drow twice.
Dude, this is going to be so sad for the Drow. Although Drow is walking back, so she'll at least have the TP afterwards if he does stay the whole time. Yeah, it looks like In Your Dream's heading back mid again now.
Yeah, if she TP'd back, I think they just would have killed her back to back.
Right. Yeah, this makes the Ember waste a little bit of time there in lane. And again, it's more space, or rather more taken up space, as Miracle wasn't really able to farm much during that.
Shackle onto the AA.
Jesus. It happens so quick. Oh, man.
Like, I don't really see that many shortcomings for 4-position Wind Ranger. She has a Javelin now, which is what like a lot of 4-position Pangos would be doing in this situation. And I feel like Wind Ranger offers not really the same levels of utility, but just different kinds of utility. Obviously, Pango is more teamfight oriented, more tanky, but Wind Ranger deals a lot more damage and is more single target oriented.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I think the Pango is the one that you compare it to, definitely, as far as like a hero that you would make it happen. And in Your Dream,
nice illusion rune
turn
dispel.
another round of it. Does he have the chains in time? He has remnants again in a second. If he wants, the chase comes out.
Beautiful.
The root is there, and 2 more just for good luck. Your Dream gets the kill.
Yeah, pops off the trap slow with that illusion rune. His remnant goes at full speed to chase down the TA, and then this is the power of the Caudal Ember combo.
Stampede if they want to use it. Going to use it now into Kezcute. Gets the stun immediately. Aphotic shielded off as Miracle's still chasing. Has another dagger in a second. Throws it onto Kezcute.
Oh, he has to YOLO it. Oh.
And he doesn't connect there. And now they end up losing Forev. Miracle overextending. So too was Forev as they lose the chance at the kill.
Not too big of a deal, though. Miracle, he doesn't die, and he immediately goes down bot, which this tier 1 tower has been claimed, so he should feel very, very safe here.
Totally.
And now, I guess Caudal or Ember Spirit can take over top. Or maybe even Wind Ranger could take over top. Right now she's invading, but
Welcome.
I don't think she can do anything to Templar Assassin.
At
Nice
least-
ward, though.
I mean, soaking up the area. Paulison is nearby too, so you could maybe try and go for some type of like a double shackle or power shot play, but it doesn't look like they're gonna do it. Yeah. Boom, coming, taking this outpost.
Nope, Kezcute.
And, oh yeah, he does go down. They managed to get that kill, but meanwhile, outpost trade off one for a piece.
Straight onto
used.
Mikoto.
That's pretty good, although they don't have a way to break it. The slow and steady burn down going through on Mikoto, but sometimes it's good to bring dust. And they didn't, and now they're in some trouble. Shackle gonna land there onto the Abba. Miracle living. They
power
kill
shot.
off the TA with the power shot. Okay.
And In Your Dream picks up a bottle. He has 1 remnant charge, and he's walking up top. This Drow Ranger.
Dude, this game is completely falling apart for Boom. Like, no Gust right now. Just going for this max, like, farming-oriented build and bullying in lane, and Drow gets killed. They're going to lose the Wind Ranger finally over in the jungle, it looks like. But Stampede back to the side. They find the Rubik. He steals Stampede. Doesn't matter. He can't get away. FBZ wanting to contest, but can't run at this guy. It's too tanky.
Radiant structures are
Wow,
fortified.
In Your Dream is doing extremely well. 5.6k net worth. Wow, he is nearly 2k ahead of the Templar Assassin, despite having fewer last hits. He has less last hits than TA, but 2 times, or not 2 times, but 2k more net worth. That's insane.
He's just been super involved. And, I mean, getting those kills onto TA2 makes a big difference as well.
Yeah.
Like, hey, In Your Dream's having a really good game right now. I'm going back for the Deso, so this is what we've seen before with the Caudal. You get the double Sleight of Fist action going on with the Chakra Magic cooldown reduction, and then you go physical damage build.
And a Drow Ranger will be very, very vulnerable to that. So,
Dire's top tower is under
unlike
attack.
once upon a time when you used to get bonus agi and subsequently armor for marksmanship, it's not the same kind of bonus that it once was. It's you still get agi, but it's not like the massive amount that you would get, which would just boost your armor so dramatically.
They've got to be really careful here. FBZ, no, they're not going to be able to do anything else, it looks like. Sleight of Fist stolen by the Rubik as they just mess up my camera. Perfectly fine.
Radiant's
Don't even
bottom
worry,
tower is
guys.
under attack.
But it's a 5,000 gold lead at 12 minutes. Like, T1 is just really running away with this, and this is with the Spectre.
Yep.
I don't think
It's
it
only
gets
gonna
easier.
grow as she's gonna go for the Radiance build. No Urn business, no Vanguard business. So the greediest option is now Shackle comes out onto the AA.
Back away. Thinking about going back in. They force out a TP rotation by Hyde, so all these heroes down here bottom. And nothing really to do.
Oh, and smoke up on Paulson. He has level 6 on Coddle, and in your dreams about to have triple remnant available. Smoke pops, ward dropped,
Finds
Will-O-Wisp.
them. Onto one. Do they want to chase? Ice Blast. Stampede already used. They dodge away from that Ice Blast. Okay.
Hyde yet again steals Sleight of Fist. This is of all the spells in the game, I think this may be the worst possible spell for him.
Yeah, I mean it's not great. I mean I guess he can like lift somebody while sliding, but yeah, it's not a good time. He just dies. And now they haunt down here bottom, finding Dreamo Cell. Shackle is not gonna land, but the gust off the mark does not catch Miracle. Dead over there. Kezcute's also going down. In Your Dream is a bully. There's just nowhere safe on the map right now for Boom. They're getting completely demolished.
Now in your dream TP's top, but oh, actually he's out of remnants.
A lot of TPs moving in. They have the root there. Makoto wanting to chase. Forev, did they pull him in for a big old bait? The blinding light pushback. They've got the focus fire down underneath a ward. In Your Dream, going to be able to get the jump away afterwards. Got down to super low HP. Ice Blast, not quite going to be on the mark as it heads off to the side. And In Your Dream farms up one more creep before he goes and refills his bottle.
Paulson?
Is he dead?
Oh, the skeletons!
Well, he went down. Fortunate for Boom that they weren't able to make that kill happen for themselves, but
I don't think they were gonna get that kill. So it's a compromise.
That's fair, dude. This is looking rough.
Now they're trying to push up this top tier 1 again, but Yokum, he has 4 points in power shot. This is not an easy wave to bring to the tower, although Yokum's kind of scared, which, to be fair, there are 4 heroes coming up here.
But like,
Although Makoto doesn't have anything. Makoto does not have his first, he doesn't have his Desolator, he has 1 Wraithband. Jeez.
but like, look at where Miracle is farming right now. Like, this entire side of the map is just completely open to him, and he's going to be getting this at like bad alchemist timing radiance. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, which is amazing Spectre time radiance.
yeah, this is nuts. As
Smoke, Will-O-Wisp up again.
They do not have Haunt available. Kezcute found. Going to get off that Ice Blast, but immediately dies afterwards. They also take away that Sentry Ward. Top lane being pushed by FBZ. They're doing what they can, but this draft has not worked out the way that Boom wanted it to.
Nope. They've only managed to successfully take 1 tower, and granted, Makoto has not gotten his Desolator online, and so once that happens, then it's a little bit easier to push with the Abaddon, but right now, like, no one feels safe farming, especially Dreamus. You should feel very scared trying to farm.
Huff Stomp comes out afterwards, chewing him through. Dreamcell just goes down again. It's like, oh god. I think it's the cores that have died the most in this game for Boom too, isn't it?
It is 4 deaths on Drow Ranger, 4 deaths on Templar Assassin. Although Kezcute is still taking the crown with 5 deaths.
Yeah. These heroes just and like it really does not get that much easier. Relic is just now done on spec. 16-minute Relic. Dude, Kezcute, just run away. Don't be here right now. Get out.
He got the D ward. Mission accomplished.
Oh, Makoto, In Your Dream finds him. In some trouble. DD is there, and Makoto, poor old Makoto, is just gonna drop again. Unstoppable streak for In Your Dream. This man is a monster. Haunt, meanwhile, he's just running. There's nobody else of his team here. Miracle's crazy. Haunt comes out. Shackle's gonna land. They get the Aphotic Shield off. Rev trying to chase here as they find this Ancient Apparition. Cold Feet is there. Miracle backs out yet again. Meanwhile, In Your Dream has shown up. They're starting to tear through these heroes.
He still has his DD.
He's gonna take him down a double kill for In Your Dream. They're trying to kill him off. Silence comes out. Frev's on a killing spree. Now FBZ hoping to make anything happen at all. Pops the ultimate. They're holding off now as the root comes out. The Hoof Stomp is there afterwards if they so desire. Everyone is dead. 4-21. 11,000 gold lead. This is done. This is just so over.
That just happened.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah,
is under attack.
Oh, come on. Come on. Don't do it to them.
Oh god.
I don't really see a way for them back into this game.
Just type
'cause
another one.
They well, it was Paulson typing it though. Wait,
Okay.
right? Yeah. Forev typed it. Wait, yeah. So it was all the dire team. No, they don't want to type the second one quite yet.
They're trying to influence Boom. Let them know what needs
They're
to happen.
incepting. Oh man, that letter on my keyboard looks so juicy to press right now.
That's right.
The only way that I would see a way back into this is if they had good team fight, and they don't have good team fight. They have very miserable team fight, all things considered. So, I don't see them being able to successfully pick off Miracle because he is going to have level 15 very soon with the dagger cooldown, and Stampede can just be used defensively. They don't need to use Stampede for initiation anymore because Ember Spirit's so gigantic that he can just bum rush Radiant and have a will-o-wisp behind him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really feels. I mean, this is the nice play that you kind of got to try and go for here, right? Is seeing if you can take down Roche. Radiant scanning, seeing if anybody's coming to contest. This is about the best you could hope for. The power shot comes through. They know what's happening. Running in towards the pit. Paulison, Will-O-Wisp is down. Meanwhile, they're sending in Forev afterwards. Ice Blast going to connect onto only Forev. In Your Dream running in on top of it. Now they get the Stampede, the run-in from Paulison there as well. They are all dying. Triple Remnant into nothing. FBZ
Rubik, my
gonna
back.
get pushed back. He wouldn't have it
won't work.
anyways.
Yeah, he doesn't have it anyway.
And GG's called. They're just
GG.
done. Oh, man. What a freaking stomp. Radiance, 18 minutes. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good.
Bad Alchemist timings, godlike Spectre timings. Wow, that was brutal to watch. That was
That was a game.
so it
And
happens. That was the game.
I mean, I think a lot of that was the last pick Spectre in a way too. Like Spectre didn't do much, but there was just no hope after you are like that far behind in the laning stage.
Well, okay,
and there's a Spectre in the game.
They GG'd at 18 minutes because of the Spectre,
Right.
but they did not lose the game at 18 minutes because of
Yes.
the Spectre.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Where like I think I could see a world in which this team comes back if like the Spectre is instead, a jug or something like that, right? Maybe.
I think you need to get an even softer carry because we did
Crystal
see that
Maiden?
one Raven, a Crystal Maiden. Yes, if it was a Crystal Maiden going for the attack speed talent and that was their one position carry, then I think Boom would have maybe GG'd at 20 minutes instead of 18 minutes.
Okay, that's fair. Well, we at least have one more game. That is not indicative of the way that Boom Esports have played over the past bit. Like they're definitely a better team than they showed right there. They've drafted better before. I think you just go back to the drawing board and you just try and get all of the bad juju out of your head.
Not indicative of how good T1 is, because that is like I've never seen T1. I've never seen In Your Dream. I've never seen In Your Dream play that well. That may be like one of the best In Your Dream games I've ever watched from him. So that was above and beyond expectations. Just completely just destroying Makoto in the mid lane. He got that first blood. He was I don't know. I can't rave about him enough. That was a fantastic In Your Dream performance, and hopefully he can replicate it moving forward.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you've got the little bit of the regional pride there, both Indonesian mids facing off against each other, trying to figure out who's the best. And then they make it work, at least in this game. We'll see if Makoto can get another shot. Game number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we're right back. Boom facing off against T1 right after this.